Spartan fans, today at the beginning of halftime, our McFarland DECA chapter will be collecting money for the Muscular Dystrophy Association during a miracle minute. We're asking that you dig into your pockets to find any loose change and folding money that you might be able to contribute to this worthwhile cause. The DECA chapter is hoping to raise enough money this year to send 2 kids to camp. Make a muscle for MDA by giving your small change to make a big one. Last week we raised over $300. Let's try to beat that tonight. Here's the McFarland High School Marching Band under the direction of drum majors Sophie Deborah, Nestor Bola, and Mecca Criminal. The McFarland Band. The Spartan Band extends a warm welcome to our guests from Delavan-Darien with their school song, Our Director. Now the Spartan Band proudly features the McFarland High School dance team. Here is Danger Zone. McFarland High School Girls team. Our football officials tonight are at umpire Will Stanfield, our linesman Roger Porter, the line judge is Kirk Jones, the back judge is Rick Martinez, and your head referee crew chief is Carl Sankey. Carl Sankey. We'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors. You'll see them on the back of your program. They're the folks that support McFarland Athletics at this facility and others. They include Baker Tilly, Bob's Coffee Shop, Creative Product Development, Culver's of McFarland, Dan Chin Homes and Real Estate Broker, DeVos Law Firm, Edward Jones, Joe Newton, Edward Jones, Tyler Regal, Elements Lawn and Snow, Fairway Independent Mortgage Company, Jason Weber, Five Star Painting, Gingerbread House Preschool, Green Lantern Restaurant, Gunderson Funeral Home, Ken's Automotive, Lickstone Properties, Legacy Exteriors, Luke's Cafe, Main Noon, McFarland Ace Hardware, Nelson's Bus Service, One Community Bank, McFarland, Rosen Ford, Logan Newsom of Madison, Trammell Multi Group, Jeff Trammell, SG Insurance, Steve Garrow, Spartan Nutrition, and State Farm Insurance, Jim Hartman.
McFarland Spartan football is on the air. Good evening, Spartan Nation, and welcome to McFarland Spartan football, the 2022 edition. It's Friday Night Lights, McFarland style. My name's Bill the Big K Cather, and I'm going to have the privilege and honor of volunteering again this season, bringing McFarland athletics at their best. Two-time cancer survivor, just living the dream. I'll be joined shortly by Mr. John Wells, the golden voice of McFarland Athletics, who will be doing his duties as the play-by-play announcer for tonight. And again, as always, we will do our best to keep this telecast as entertaining and informative as possible for your viewing pleasure. As Brent Musburger always used to say, you are looking live at the synthetic turf of Lloyd Schneider Stadium and William Rice Field in McFarland, Wisconsin, on this beautiful, absolutely perfect Friday evening, September the 16th, 2022. What a gorgeous night for a ball game. Game time temperature is probably about 74 degrees. There's no humidity in the air, although you could fool a lot of people here. And the winds are very mild at about 1 mile per hour out of the south-southwest. As the song goes, oh, what a beautiful evening. Oh, what a beautiful day. Okay, I think that's about enough of Cather karaoke, but you get the idea of what a beautiful evening we've got set up here. Hope I didn't ruin it for anybody. And again, you always have the option of turning down your volume when I speak or just turning it off. All right, tonight's opponent, the Comets from Delavan-Darien, Division III school, 654 students, coached by Mr. Nathan Wallman. They're 2-2 on the season. 2-0, however, in the Rock Valley, tied for first place, undefeated. They beat East Troy 48-16 and Whitewater 35-6. They were defeated earlier non-conference by Elkhorn and Janesville Craig. They average passing yards 193 yards and rushing 130. So fairly well balanced, but yet they are very, as has been described by people, pass happy. So we're going to see the ball in the air quite a bit tonight. We're going to call it Air Jansen for Delavan-Darien. And for your McFarland Spartans tonight, again, they're coached by Mr. Paul Ackley, 1-3 on the season, 1-1 in the Rock Valley Conference. Last week, winning their first ball game of the year, as well as getting their first conference victory over Jefferson, 35-0. They earlier got beat by Mount Hora Barneveld, Lodi, and Monroe, all three very good quality programs. For McFarland, passing average 162 yards and rushing 86. So a little pass heavy for the Spartans so far this year. All right, so the question to be answered tonight is, will Delavan-Darien win their third game in a row and stay atop the Rock Valley Conference? Or will McFarland defeat them, send them on their bus home and a long, lonely ride home and get up to 2-1 in the conference and get back into contention for that Rock Valley title? The answer is 48 minutes away of hard-nosed, competitive Rock Valley football. That's what will hold the answer. So it's time now to grab your favorite snacks and beverages, get comfy in that favorite chair or sofa, and sit back and enjoy what should be a very entertaining Friday Night Lights, McFarland style, in the Rock Valley Conference on a beautiful evening. But as Bob Euchre would say, however, there's still a chance to come out to the game if you can get here. So in a minute, we are going to right now have our national anthem. So please do what we're going to do if you're at home even. Stand, remove your headgear, put your hand over your heart, pay tribute to the United States of America. And we'll be back in a minute. enjoyed that rendition. The McFarland Band playing in their first performance of the season tonight under the direction of Mr. Ben Peterson. So nice job, guys. So it's now time for me to welcome in my sidekick for tonight's game, the golden voice of McFarland Athletics, Mr. John Wells. Okay, turn on your mic, John. That
put
might
the
help.
headsets on. And boy, I tell you, I've been around football, on this side of it for quite a while. I don't think I have ever seen a football team come out onto the field with the head coach driving a UTV as they head out onto the field. That was kind of a nice touch there. And I believe might have been Cooper Kennedy, our injured quarterback, who was waving the flag tonight. So nice little touch there. Yeah, Bill, this is going to be a good ball game. Going to see the ball up in the air a lot tonight, for sure.
We got a couple of teams that are going to be, we're going to have, I think, Air Rotor versus Air Jansen here tonight.
Yeah, we'd like to welcome everybody aboard, including those in Delavan and Darien. I've been to Darien.
Yep, little community down towards the Lake Geneva area, John. So, and again, they're off to a decent start in the conference. They're 2-0. They're sitting on top of the conference with Monroe. They're the only two undefeated teams with 2-0 records. So,
well, Delavan-Darien played in that Southern Lakes Conference for a number of years, and of course their enrollment has dropped, so they're enrollment-wise now where they should be. But definitely have played up for years and years and years. And see if the Spartans are ready to play tonight. Keefe and McFarland again getting a running game established.
Right.
Mason Folk.
Yep, teeing it up.
Kick it off. High kick, but short. Fielded at the 16, straight up the middle, over the 25. Going to get a return of about 10 yards. Gang tackled there. That was number 1, Nathan Huff.
Yep.
Huff, one of their go-to receivers here.
For sure, John. He's had 14 catches for 296 yards so far, so he's a threat, 1 touchdown.
Neil Jansen's the quarterback. He's a junior. Not a tall kid, 5'10", 185.
He's another one of these quarterbacks that does it all, though, John, so he'll be very active back there.
Straight ahead, that's Kaiser. He'll get to the 25. I don't think he got back to the line of scrimmage.
No, nice job that time by number 33, Luke Rux, and number 30, Cade Rux.
Kane Kaiser, just a sophomore, 5'8", 155.
Kaiser so far this year, 51 carries, 200 yards, and 4 touchdowns, John. So he's a threat for the Comets.
And he'll be the lone back.
Yeah, he's going to carry most of the load tonight. Oh, Jansen also is very active carrying the ball himself.
Straight drop, big rush by the Spartans. We almost get him, and that's incomplete. Intended for a good-sized target out there, Connor Wallman, 6'5", 245, and a junior.
Right.
Overthrown, but great pursuit. I think the key tonight, too, Bill, is going to be in the line play, and thinking the line play might favor the Spartans, but there's a lot of size there.
Right.
Alejandro Jacobo, 6'2", 260 out there.
Right. You know, I was talking with one of the assistant coaches in that, and he said that watch out for them throwing to that Connor Wallman. He's a key at 6'5", as well as they're going to try and put early pressure on the quarterback.
3rd and 11.
Get him into some quicker reads rather than allowing him to sit back there for a while.
The Jansen rolls
pressure
to
again.
His left. Got a receiver open, but that's going to be over his head and out of bounds, incomplete. And that will bring up 4th down, what we would assume would be a punting situation here. Just underway here in the first quarter. Again, it is September 16th, 2022. 11:04 to go here in the first quarter.
Right.
And the Spartans with an apparent.
Did you get a number on that punter, John?
It's averaging. That's Jansen, I believe.
Jansen averaging 36.4 yards a punt so far this year.
He'll be inside his 15. Spartans not deep.
Oops, off the side of the foot.
Oh, and takes a Spartan roll. It's going to be down at the 41-yard line, so that's going to be just a 16-yard punt. And the Spartans with great field position for their first possession here. Bill, only the second ever matchup between these two schools. I remember, I think I was doing the PA announcing on November 6, 2010, second round of the playoffs, when Delavan-Darien beat us here on a Saturday afternoon, 27-14.
In 2010, huh?
Braylon Roeder, the quarterback, Dyer, the lone back.
Yep.
There goes Dyer, good room, 35, still going. Going to pick up the first down. He's going to pick up about 13 yards, move it inside the 30.
Boy, you gotta like that.
And just like we said, you want to get that running game, and we're seeing Dyer out of the backfield more now in the last couple of games.
Right, 24 carries, 163 yards, and 2 touchdowns so far. So, yeah, he's starting to carry the load a little bit more here. He and Travis Zadra will be.
So ball at the 28-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Spartans. Again, Braylon Roeder, the quarterback. Zadra, the running back. Here he comes around the left side. Gets a couple of yards up to the 25-yard line. Yeah, Cooper Kennedy, this was his 3rd year as a starter, went down with an injury against Monroe, and he is done for the season. But Cooper's been out here just really working with Braylon Roeder, and he's being kind of like a quarterback coach out there. So kind of took a difficult situation and turned it into as positive as he could for the team. That's a team player.
Yep, that's wonderful.
Straight up the gut. Dyer, good running room again. Off one, bounces, still going. Finally pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Going to pick up 15 or 16 yards here. Spartans again getting that running game going.
And you know what? Let's give credit where credit's due to that line, John, and I'll be mentioning them here in just a minute.
Well, on that second effort by Dyer, here's that replay. Again, you see it appeared. He was stacked up there, but he just kept going and gets outside. So here we go, 1st and 10. 1st and goal, correct that. And here comes Dyer, got room, end zone, touchdown.
My goodness.
8-yard touchdown run for Brandon Dyer with 9:21 to go in the first quarter. How about that for a running game? A short field, though, for the Spartans, 41 yards, all on the ground. And again, 9:21 to go in the first quarter. McFarland on the board, 6-0.
Well, John, that was pretty easy.
Yeah, I like the way Brandon's running out there.
Yep. Well, I said the Spartans have good size and good speed.
So Mason Folk, I think he's 7 out of 8 this year on extra points.
Yes, he is. 7 out of 8. You were right on, John.
Ball plays plenty of leg, and it is good. So again, 9:21 to go here in the first quarter. It's McFarland 7, Delavan-Darien nothing. Hey, upcoming broadcasts here.
Yep.
Tuesday, September 20th, girls swimming versus Baraboo, starting at 6. Mike Madursky and Wes Lagerhausen will be our announcers for that. Then on Monday, September 26th, boys soccer versus Jefferson, starting at 6:45 with David Harris on the call.
Yes, David Harris. You'll enjoy his broadcast.
That guy has officiated, I think, all
at
over
all
the world.
levels. All levels. David's wonderful.
Tuesday, September 27th, girls volleyball. Big win by the volleyball team last night at Whitewater.
Yep. Crawl even got some ink today in the paper.
That's good.
Yep.
Volleyball will be hosting Clinton, and again, that's on September 27th. That'll be 6:30. Leah Lackey with the call for that one. And then on Friday, September 30th, homecoming right here, boys football, as the Spartans host
the Trojans of East Troy. Yep. All right, John, great start. And now the thing is, keep it going.
Yep.
Don't kind of sit back and get a little relaxed and say, well, that was pretty easy. So
Yeah, Folks got it teed up. Returners for the Comets around their 10 and
field it again.
At the 11, straight up over the 15. Cuts around, still going. This is Huff, still going. And
shifty.
Finally tripped up, but
25-yard return.
Yeah, it didn't look like he was going to go far, but he did. Lemons into lemonade. Hey, I tell you, I love those colors for the Comets. I like that combination. Don't see that too often.
No, you do not.
So here we go. Second possession of the game now for Delavan-Darien. Ball right at the Comets' 35-yard line with 9:14 on the clock.
See if the Spartans just keep pressuring Kaiser as much as they can. That was the goal, to not give him a lot of time to sit back there to throw the ball. Just make him hurry up his reads. Well, look at this line.
And they're just going to go straight ahead with Kaiser, but boy, Kaiser kind of put his head down there before there was contact made. He's going to get a yard. So Comets throwing a little different look at us.
Yeah, that was kind of a stacked backfield, huh? They had three guys across and Kaiser behind them.
Didn't fool anyone.
Nope.
So it'll bring up second down. Yeah, I believe this is what, game 551, 552 here? 551, I think, in Spartan history. 302 wins, 7 ties. Trivia question coming up on the ties later. Kaiser going to hand it off.
Yeah,
ball carrier goes straight ahead.
Right there, that was Cuso, and
that was number 42.
Cuso.
Bro Nichols, a sophomore.
Yep.
Bill, I don't see Jansen's out there. Now I see him.
That was Brody Nichols.
Over on the sideline. And here he comes out with the play. But Kaiser running out of kind of a wildcat there for a couple of plays.
Brody Nichols, their third leading rusher so far, 20 carries, 92 yards, and a touchdown so far. He's only a sophomore. As well as also Brody Nichols, their leading tackler with 37 on the year so far. So pretty active as a sophomore.
Big play for the Comets here. 3rd down and 6. They'll send 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. See if they throw to that.
Yep.
Big number 89 here, Jansen's. Forced out of the pocket. Incomplete. Nobody near.
No, pressure again. Boy, he's throwing, going to his left and trying to throw back against, but he's always got somebody hot in pursuit or in his face, John.
Well, and the scouting report was that we had an advantage at the line, and that so far
holding true. Yep.
So Jansen will drop back in punt formation.
I like what he's doing right there. That's a great camera shot, isn't it? Making sure that got 11 guys on the field, 10 guys with him in that, so they don't draw another 5-yard penalty.
Spartan return men at about their 30. That's going to be a fair catch by Culp. And Spartans will put the ball in play at their own 32-yard line, 1st and 10, with 7:19 to go here in the first quarter from Lloyd Schneider Stadium.
That's good, John. Keep announcing the time, too. Like I said, our last telecast was requested that we give the time more often since we can't get a camera on the scoreboard. So we'll keep you up to date on that also. We welcome any and all suggestions. Well, as long as they're reasonable as deemed by us, right?
That's right.
We'll be the judge on that. But no, that was a great suggestion.
One back behind Roeder. Cuso comes in motion. Drops back to throw. And a penalty marker. Somebody might have
late whistle.
Yeah, somebody might have turned up field a little quick.
Yeah, what I also found out is that McFarland's going to try and send a guy in motion or something and try and unbalance that line to get away from the Delavan-Darien. Kind of they're stacked up in the middle defense and that. So try and spread them out a little bit and be able to use our speed to our advantage, which that worked great on
And the Spartans got to avoid the
First possession.
penalties because last week at Jefferson,
Killer. Yep.
number of penalties.
Yep.
Some questionable, but a number of penalties either way. 3 receivers again to the right. This time going to be a handoff. A lot of running room for Zadra. There he goes over the 45. And he'll pick up the first down. Picks up about 18 yards. And the first down.
Again, nice cutback off an unbalanced line, John. Again, we're using our speed. I like this.
We may get more yards rushing in the first half than we have in, and certainly in most games. So nice job by Zadra. So 1st and 10 from the Spartan 45-yard line. Again, 3 to the right. Pitch back, bobble, but Zadra's got it. Good pursuit by the Comets. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Give him credit for that. So no gain, so that'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
I'm going to quick go into the line here for the Spartans. Miles Hogan at center, 6 foot, 220 pound junior. At the guards are Austin Bindle, a 6 foot, 210 pound senior. Brevin Roth, guard, 5'9", 240. I'll get to the tackles after this play.
Right. Haven't gone to Dayton Gillen yet, so let's see if we air it out on this 2nd down and 10. Comes back here to Dyer, cuts it up,
Nice
gets outside over the
again.
50, into Comet territory, going to be pushed out of bounds. Going to be a couple of yards short of the first down. Officials will mark it, looks like at the 47-yard line, so we'll call that a 3rd and 2 for McFarland, and again, they're quickly up to the line.
Right. Our tackles then are Keats, the Diesel Dislin, 6'6", 275 pound senior, and Caden Westfall, 6 foot 4 inch, 265 pound junior. So kudos to those guys. We'll try and mention their names again because they're doing the dirty work up front. That was number 64, Eduardo Arias, 6 foot, 240 pound senior, jumping offside there.
Eduardo anticipating that one, but the 5-yard penalty will give the Spartans a first down. Yeah, let's see if they throw long here on a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line with just a little bit over 6 minutes to go in the first quarter, and Spartans on top 7-0 here in Rock Valley Conference action.
Beautiful night, huh, John?
Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect weather. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Roeder out of the pocket. It's got some room to run, but he's going to air it up. Oh, incomplete. That was intended for Andrew Kelly.
Looked like he almost stopped for a second and then tried to kick it back into gear. If he would have just kept going, that might have connected.
Hey, love the play call on 1st and 10, coming off a penalty.
Well, Roeder did a real nice job of getting out of the pocket on that, John.
I didn't even see Andrew coming, and all of a sudden there he was, and just a step short.
Yep.
So again, the incomplete pass stops the clock, 5:56. Anticipated Delavan-Darien to be throwing the ball, but they really haven't much.
Because of the pressure that McFarland's defense has been putting
And same for
on
the
them.
Spartans, but the Spartans have had success on the ground here.
Right.
There goes Dyer down the sideline, 20. Tight ropes the sideline, going to go out of bounds.
5-yard line, I'm going to say. No, they got him out at the 10.
Going to pick up 32 yards on the carry. Ball's going to be just, well, let's see where they mark it. Just inside the 10.
Look at this
so it will
recognition again. I'll
be
tell you
a
what.
straight arm there, and there he goes. Boy, Dyer looking good here, picking up the yardage here. Tight ropes.
Boy, it looked like he got down maybe to the 6-yard line,
Yeah.
but they're going to move him back to the 10. And 1st and goal, I think, because they are just inside the 10-yard line.
Again, 3 to the right. Hey, keep going to Dyer.
Boy, Brandon's just been doing a nice job.
There he goes, cuts it up. Dodges down to the 5-yard line. Nice open field tackle there by number 23. That's Colin Zapp. Interesting spelling there. S-Z-C-Z-A-P.
Yep.
Haven't
Colin
seen
Zapp.
that spelling before.
Right, he's their second leading tackler in the year so far with 28 tackles, a junior.
So Gillen and Kelly will go to the left. I believe that's Culp out there, all alone on the right. Second down for the Spartans. Roeder pitches it back. Dyer into the end zone.
He got it
Touchdown.
again. Nice decision by Roeder that time. Bray did a nice job waiting till the last minute and caught Brandon with a full head of steam, and away he went.
So Brandon Dyer with the 5-yard touchdown run, and with 5:02 to go here in the first quarter, the Spartans go up 13-0 pending the extra point.
John, it's looking like a well-oiled machine.
Well, and
so
again,
far.
we said flat out after that Monroe game that Monroe was
They
above
played
and beyond everybody this
Right.
year in the Rock Valley Conference.
three
so.
tough games to open the season for the Spartans, and I think it's paying dividends right now.
Well, and yeah, it's getting them ready, and
Yep.
official over in the huddle here with the Spartans. So we'll hit you with a trivia question, Bill, as soon as we're
Oh, goody.
done with this extra point.
Usually I'm the one dishing these things out, and John's kind of turning the tables on me here.
Yeah, there's an injury timeout, so Bill will do that trivia question right
Okay,
now.
John, I'm
Trivia question. McFarland started their football program officially in 1963. How
Okay.
many different head coaches have we had in 60 years?
in 60 years. I'm going to say I am going to say 4.
Well, that's close.
5.
The answer is 5.
God, and I was going
Ron-
to say 5.
Ron Bentley, Art Dordell, Bill Rice,
Yep.
Scott Rice,
Rice.
Paul Ackley. So
Yep. That was pretty good, because I'm sure most people would say, well, 60 years, my goodness, it's got to be
yeah,
a
and the
ton,
first
but I knew that
the first two coaches were only here for a few years. so-
right. And then I knew Bill Rice was here for, I don't recall how many years.
Folks, kick goal line drive. That is good. It
Still
got
got
through.
through.
All right. So Bill, 1 for 1 on the number of head coaches. Bill, you've got a few things you want to read here.
Yeah. McFarland Cable TV Channel 982 is a function of the Village of McFarland producing high school sports as a result of a community survey and fan interest indicating viewers like you at home, as well as fans in attendance, desire this type of programming. I encourage you to inform your village officials by way of an email, phone call, how much you enjoy these high-quality productions. Positive efforts of our McFarland youth deserves to be recognized in all forms of media, the State Journal, Thistle, Cable Channel 982, and again our website, youtube.com/McFarland Cable. So once again, thanks for your support. And to show you how positive this is, I went back and looked, John. We, believe presently have had 1,400 views of the Lodi game. We have had 1,300 views of the Monroe game. So we are
Pretty
building.
impressive.
We are building a great following. Well, with these high quality productions, I mean, the cameras, the replays, the graphics are just wonderful. And at the next stoppage of play, you are going to get the full report of our entire staff here.
It's an award-winning
Yep.
crew.
Led by the Queen, Stephanie Miller.
And Folk gets into that one, drives the return man inside the 5-yard line. Here he comes up the middle, got some running room, gets out to the 25. I believe that was number 15. Was that Pablo Vasquez Britton?
Yep. It's a nice return.
So the Comets will put the ball in play, 1st and 10. Again, 4:55 to go here in the first quarter. Again, only the second ever meeting between these teams, and the first meeting of the teams while
Like
they
you
were
said,
in
it
the
was a
same
tournament
conference.
game, right?
Yeah, that was a big season for us too in
Yeah, it was.
2010. which will lead us to another trivia question here. A lot of players going both ways for the Spartans.
As well as they are on
Comets
all teams
as well, yeah.
watch, yep.
Delavan-Darien, they'll go 3 to the left. Again, they got that big target out there. I don't know how well we'll match up with him, but the rush has been
6'5" Connor Wallman.
Pretty strong rush. Incomplete. That was intended for Huff.
I, so far from my early observations, John, say that, hey, we have scouted Delavan-Darien, our coaching staff, so well. It's like they know exactly how, where they want to be, how they want to defense the 3 wideouts, how they want to put pressure on the quarterback. I mean, so far, this is a wonderful defensive effort by the Spartans.
Just got to be careful we don't give up the big play because they do throw the ball well. But again, credit that defensive line with putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback.
Absolutely.
2nd down and 10. Handoff, not going to go anywhere, and I believe that was 42, Nichols.
Yep.
Going to bring up 3rd down and 11 with 4:35 to go here in quarter number 1, and the Spartans on top 14-0.
Now, you said you watched some of the Jefferson game last week. Obviously, I didn't know that it was on live stream that, so I didn't get a chance to see it, but 35-0 shutout last week. So far, the way they're playing tonight, I mean, this team is starting to gel, John, I guess.
Yeah, and again, like you said it well, though, those 3 first games.
Just really got them
first
ready
3
for
games
this.
were
tough,
but get you ready for the rest of the season here. So here's Jansen looking, going to air it out. Culp, got it.
Wow.
And down he goes right away at the 45-yard line of the Spartans. That pass was intended for Aaron Pope.
What a great.
Kind of like an over-the-shoulder catch in the outfield.
Wow.
It's a nice job by Devin Culp, the senior. Look at this replay. This is just amazing.
Yeah, isn't that?
Look at that. Boy, that's got to go on every highlight reel there is. Of course, people don't know what the term reel means, but we'll say highlight tape. Spartans again quickly up to the line of scrimmage. They'll put it in play 1st and 10 from their own 44-yard line. 3:56. Time on the clock. Single back. Movement. Jump.
Well, I'll tell you.
Delavan-Darien, they're not going to, they're honest.
Bray Roder's doing, obviously, a nice job. Here's just another little wrinkle that I think that our offensive coordinator, Pete Willickett, has put in, and that's a hard count, something like that. That's great. Going to give a little shout out to his in-laws watching the ball game tonight. He wanted to make sure that I did that, so hats off to you. Thanks for watching. And
1st and 5. Roder's going to keep
job.
it. 40, 35, 25. Finally pushed out around the 20-yard line. He'll pick up about 29 yards.
I think I had it.
Hold on, though. Hold on.
Yep. Flag.
And it's going to go against the Spartans, so take that one away.
Oh, that's too bad.
Oh, saw a lot of holding flags last week over at Jefferson. I believe they called a hold for a player laying on another player. Maybe I didn't hear that one exactly right, but ball's going to come back. Now, this is going to be interesting.
Still going to be a 1st down, John.
It's going to be a penalty.
They measured it from the spot of the hold.
And it's still a 1st down.
Yep.
So ball just shy of midfield. No, correction. Ball just shy of the 45-yard line of Delavan-Darien.
So Roder going to get credit for an 11-yard run.
3:47 now to go. 14-0 Spartans. Not much wind tonight here. Again, great conditions. Temperatures in the 70s.
Yeah, got to be in the 70s, John.
We'll take it.
Yep.
1st and 10 Spartans.
Comes Kelly.
On
Fast,
the sweep.
speed.
Andrew Kelly gets pushed out at the 37-yard line. Going to pick up 8. Oh, I watched Andrew in track, 100 and the 200, and one of the best in the state.
Yep.
Great to see him out here on the football field. There's a look at the Delavan-Darien sideline. Not big in numbers over there.
No, they're going to have to find a way here to kind of stop this onslaught. And usually the way to do that is a turnover, so that would be one of the keys to the game, too, for McFarland. Do not turn the ball over.
Miles Hogan over the ball. Going to bring 2nd down and 8. And off Zadra inside the 35. Going to be good enough for the 1st down.
Yep.
We'll give him 3 or 4 on that carry. Moves the sticks. 3:15 to go in the 1st quarter.
Zadra so far 3 carries for 28 yards. Brandon Dyer 4 carries, 65 yards so far. So this ground game, which has kind of been struggling a lot through the first number of games in that, has kind of come to life here tonight. Again, kids getting a little more familiar and working together.
And again, penalty marker. This will go against the Spartans.
I believe that was going to be the first time that Gillen was going to handle a ball tonight, huh, John?
Well, I'm wrong. Supposedly Delavan-Darien lined up offside. So that is their 3rd penalty here. 5-yard walk-off, again 1st and 5. Let's see if the Spartans change the play and throw deep here after a penalty. We saw it once. Might we see it again?
Well, you're calling for it, aren't you, John?
Yeah. 2:50 to go here in the 1st quarter. 3 to the right, single back behind Roder.
Right.
And what are we going to do? We're going to throw long, and that is going to be to Kelly for a touchdown.
Kelly.
34 yards. Roder to Kelly off the penalty, and the Spartans go up 20-0 with 2:35 still to go here in the 1st quarter.
Beautiful pass.
Yeah, impressive.
Let's see that again. I mean, Kelly with his speed just outran the defender.
Nicely thrown ball, and Kelly just right
behind
there.
him. He adjusted to it.
Now Folk in to try to tack on that extra point.
Time of that, John?
2:35. Ball placed, kick on the way. Plenty of height that time, and it's good. 2:35 to go here in quarter number 1. Spartans go up 21-0 over the Delavan-Darien Comets. And Bill, trivia question number 2.
Okay.
The most wins in one season. Now, of course, up until...
Since 1963 when we first
up
started
until
playing.
1976, there were no playoffs. So
okay,
most seasons, the Spartans just played 8 games, some years 9. Most wins in a season.
I'm going to take a long shot. Oh, do I want to say a dozen or a baker's dozen? I'll say just a dozen. No, I'm going to go a baker's dozen. 13.
Close. 11.
Oh, it was 11
In
only.
2000, Spartans were 11-0 going into
How far did they go in
postseason and lost to Wanakee.
Oh, that was. I was just talking with my neighbor today about it because his son was a quarterback in that game, B.J. Parker, and I mean, and his big target, Chad Hermsdorf. I mean, that game, that was the best high school football game I think I've ever seen. 3 overtimes, McFarland and Wanakee. What a game that was.
Yeah, 11,
right here.
11 win. They've got several 10-win seasons.
Do they?
So Folk will tee it up again. Trio of return men right at their 10-yard line, and
right down around the 10
there
again.
it is.
Wow.
Got some running room again. Spins.
Oh,
I think that's
nice
Huff
spin
still
move.
going, but we got a penalty marker on the opposite side of the field, and we'll see if that's going to go against the Comets. Boy, you know, the play's going left, and you get a penalty way over here on the right side. Maybe it's a personal foul. Who knows?
Looks like both sides are waiting to see, so it's not. Face mask.
Face mask against the return team.
You don't see that real often, do you, John?
Well, somebody must have put an arm out or an arm bar and got somebody's face mask.
Yep. In case you didn't see it, John was demonstrating that to me. So as his hand got closer to my face,
I was just stretching my arm here a little bit.
Yeah, I don't have a face guard on here, but he was going to demonstrate on me anyways. So
just as long as I don't hit Nick or Ben here, that's
yep.
BenBex.com. Wisconsin Community Media Night. Ben was handing out business cards.
BB, Benny Bex.
Yep. And officials. Oh.
And we talked
about, that might be a problem there. The sticks didn't move. Delavan-Darien's going, boy, that's a long ways to go for the first down here.
Yeah, we're down 21-0. We don't need any more extra challenges.
Huff goes in motion.
Keep the pressure.
Jansen.
He's got a little more time.
Forced out of the pocket. Tipped, caught.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, look at that. Tipped and caught by number 81. How about that one?
81.
Parker Krabling.
6'1", 185-pound senior.
Boy, that could have.
Here again, this is what's so great about our replay. Get a chance to watch this.
Again, good rush. Tip. Boy, look at the vertical on Kuso. Tipped it back. The long and short of it, Bill, is Delavan-Darien only got a couple of yards out of that. So second down and 8, clock on the roll here with 1:45 to go. Is that the first completed pass? Might be.
Yes. No, they had an interception. So they completed one to McFarland, if you want to look at it that way.
Second down and 8.
But that's a smart answer that we don't really need to hear from.
Fake handoff. Jansen going to air it up. Got a receiver. Almost caught.
I think
that would have been a one-hander.
Wasn't that Connor Wallman?
Number 18, Cameron Lumpkus. He's 6'4".
Yep. He's had 9 catches for 140 yards and 1 touchdown so far.
Again, that line, though, the game's being won.
At the line of scrimmage, yeah.
Offensively and defensively at the line by the Spartans. So a third down and 8 situation coming up here for the Comets. 1:22 clock stopped here in the first quarter. There's a look at Coach Ackley.
This has just been total domination. But
with that lab coat.
So
love those lab coats. They're easy to see when the players look over to the sideline. They can pick out the coaches. So third down and 8. Jansen.
That's to the
complete. Oh, the official goes down.
Oh. That was to Connor Wallman. That was the 6'5", 245-pound junior.
Nice job by Dayton Gillen helping up the official.
Yep.
Going to be short of the first down, so going to be fourth down. We'll call it 2. And Delavan going to kick it away. I thought maybe they would say, hey, you know, we got to go for it here.
21-0, but hey, you're still in the first quarter.
Clock on the roll, 45 seconds to go. Here in quarter number 1. Again, Spartans return men at their own 45-yard line. Punts have not been long by any means. Now let's see. Going to kick that ball. That's going to be short. We got to make sure we get out of the way here. Going to take a Delavan roll, and the Comets will down it just over the Spartan 45-yard line.
It's only about a 29, 28-yard punt, John. So.
20. Yeah, and they've kicked it, what, Bill, 3, 4 times now?
Yeah,
already.
that was a 4th punt.
So again, kind of a domination here in the first quarter. Again, the Spartans establishing that running game, and that's the key because then that opens up your passing game. So 20 seconds to go. Let's see if we air it out and go long here. 3 to the right. Nobody lined up to the left. Roeder going to air it up. We are. We're going to go long. Culp overthrown, incomplete. He was there. That would have been 6, but just a little bit out of his reach. So the clock stops with 14 seconds. to go. You got to like the play calling, though. I
Yeah,
love it.
why not?
Come out first down, throw the ball long.
You know what? Kids like that too. It makes it more fun for them too.
Bill, great crowd here today. A lot of fluorescent colors in the student section.
Oh, yeah. Coming in, I felt pretty drab dressed in my all black. Although to hide a little weight issue, you know, black eyes.
To
never hurts to
Gillen.
wear.
Oh, nice block by Culp. Gillen turns it up, still going, finds room. Looks like he was only going to pick up a couple of yards, but he just kept going. But nice job by Devin Culp. Just kept
Got about 8 yards.
pushing his man outside. 6 seconds to go in the first quarter.
I'll tell you what, so far Dyer and Gillen, I mean, they've all shown athleticism that's really had a chance to showcase it here tonight.
3rd down and 1. And see if we'll keep it on the ground this time. Paul Morris goes in motion. Going to be an extra blocker there.
Pound it.
No, we're going to go to the air. Come over here to Culp. 40, 35. Tight ropes out of bounds. Going to be shy of the 30. But it's going to be a 13-yard gain as the ball goes out at the 32-yard line. Oh, my goodness. There's still 1 second on the clock. Wow. Well, now you got 1st and 10, ball at the 32-yard line.
Are you going to call for him to air it out, John? It's going to be a run.
You never know. Dyer hasn't carried it in a while, so I'm thinking Brandon might get a carry here. And Roeder will call the signals. This should be the final play of the first quarter. Now they're going to air it out. Got a receiver wide open.
Oh,
that's Kelly.
Kelly.
That's a 32-yard touchdown. That is the 2nd touchdown of the game for Andrew Kelly, and the 2nd touchdown pass for Braylon Roeder. And this one's getting out of control here already in the first quarter.
We could have a running clock in the first half, John.
Yeah, can't, but we could.
That's right. You're correct. You can't.
I think in Illinois it's 40, the rule is. And if I'm remembering, maybe not. Pretty good first quarter, though, for McFarland.
Pretty good.
Mixing up the passes and the runs.
Yep.
And here's Folk now to try to tack on the extra point. Plenty of leg, and it's good. So 1 quarter in the books here from Lloyd Schneider Stadium, William J. Rice Field. It's your McFarland Spartans 28, the Delavan-Darien Comets nothing.
All right, time for me here. I mean, this has been kind of bad on my part not to mention our staff yet, really. I mean, we're 1 quarter in here. I should have done it at the start, but right now I need to go down the list. I'm going to start off with the Queen, Stephanie Miller, who heads up the entire operation that we're doing here. Her sidekick on the board tonight is the bearded wonder, the mastermind, Andrew Day. And tonight he's blessed us all by bringing along the famous Andrew Day party mix that a few of us have been sampling here tonight. It's a real treat. I think it's all sold out at the last I checked. Pick and Save had already run out of it, John.
Well, interesting, the other night we were referring to Andrew as Dr. Andrew Day, so I had several people see me the next day and said, is he really a doctor? And I said, of course, yes, he is. He is a doctor of communication.
Yep, he is. So they're a wonderful job. They're both on the board tonight, the graphics and the replays and that. And our cameraman, to my left, Nick Boom Boom Boucher. And to my right, representing local Pick and Save, BB Benny Becks. Our all-star cameraman. I mean, these guys, all 4 of them. I mean, this is just, can't ask for anything better, huh, John?
It's an award-winning group.
Yes, it is. Tell them about the award. Who was won?
And pretty talented people they were up against from all over the Midwest. And
yep.
Nice work. I think it might have been the homecoming game last year. I can't remember if that's the one it was or not. So Folk will tee it up. Boy, drills this one. Return man inside his own 5.
Burst of speed.
Picks and chooses, gets out over the 25, and they'll put it in play there at the 27-yard line.
That was number 11, Nick Lobach, a 5'8", 145-pound junior on the return.
So next week, the Spartans, they'll go on the road down to play the Crimson Tide in Edgerton. Edgerton knocked off East Troy recently, 37-0. Again, Delavan-Darien came into tonight's game 2-0 in the Rock Valley Conference, tied with Monroe. And again, that Monroe-McFarland game, first week of the Rock Valley Conference season, really for Monroe, that was their championship game. I don't see anybody getting in the way of the Cheesemakers here in the regular season.
You never know. They're still high school kids, but yeah, I would agree with that, John.
Here's a handoff straight ahead. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. About 6 Spartans there. Westfall is there.
Look at that sportsmanship. You got to like it. Everybody, both teams helping each other up in that.
Brett Schnell is there.
Yeah.
Austin Bindle.
Yeah.
Cade Rux.
Westfall was in there.
Nice job by the Spartans.
Yep.
Going to give them about a half a yard, so we'll call it 2nd down and 9. Just underway here in the second quarter. Your Spartans on top 28-0.
Boy, they just totally shut down everything here that the Comets have tried to put together. Gone nowhere.
Again, ball carrier. Going to get a little bit of yardage out to the 30. Still going to be way short of the first down. A lot of two-way players out there for both clubs.
Yeah, I think that was Nichols.
3rd down and 7 for the Spartans. Clock on the move here. And if we would get to a continuous clock situation, we probably won't even acknowledge the time on the clock because
Gonna go
wouldn't
quick.
be important at that time.
Yeah,
So
gonna go quick.
again, you got to watch Delavan-Darien. They may break a big one here. 3rd down, long count. Jansen, high snap, big rush by the Spartans. Tries to get out of it. Oh, nice tackle
Look at that
by Dyer.
pursuit.
Right around the ankles. That was textbook. One-on-one. Boy, you could see the speed of Dyer there, too. Also a sprinter on the track team.
Yep.
And we're going to force the Comets to kick it away again.
Yep. Either their 5th or 6th punt of the night, John. And basically, total yardage, 3, 4. I've got them for 7 total yards, John. A 3-yard tipped pass completion was for 3, and they have 4 yards rushing so far in the first half. So
Jansen to kick away. By far his best punt of the night. That's going to drive Culp back inside his 35 over the 40. Down to the 45. We've got a penalty marker thrown in the middle of the field, which we would assume would go against the Spartans.
yep. That tackle is by Aaron Pope, 5'7", 150-pound senior.
Well, block in the back, so that will move the ball back inside the 40-yard line for the Spartans.
Mentioning no humidity here tonight. I think it's, maybe you'll think we're lying because you should look at all the officials in shorts tonight. And speaking of officials, John, you see where tonight Madison East and Madison West, big crosstown rivalry, they aren't even playing till tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock because of the shortage of officials. So,
We've said this, that it's getting bad, and you look at threats to high school sports, it's the officiating numbers in decline. But again, you got to think about it. What incentive is there for officials? You got to love the game, but especially sports where the crowd is right on top of you, like basketball. Is it worth it? Spartan's going to air it out wide open. Gillett, there he goes.
He went right up.
Sprints
He got again.
into the end zone. A 64-yard touchdown pass with 9:18 to go. here in the first half, and the Spartans have scored for the 5th time.
Every time.
Look at this play.
Beautifully thrown.
Boy, they could have thrown it to Gillen or
Again,
Cuso.
and if they're playing that one high safety look, and so all McFarland's doing is playing vertical ball with them and sending 2 people.
I think I saw Doug Peterson running down the sideline like he knew this play was open and was going to work.
Whoa.
Well, the extra point fails, and it's blocked, so 9:18 to go, 34-0 Spartans. Bill, we're going to go to another trivia question.
Okay.
And that is this. Which of these 3 teams has McFarland not played? Wisconsin Heights, Wisconsin Dells, Wisconsin Lutheran.
Wisconsin Lutheran.
You are correct.
And the reason I know that is because I know the conference many years ago, they were in with Heights.
Oh yeah, in the Capital.
The Dells probably just proximity-wise, and the only reason I know, having taught and spent my years in that Monona Grove system, I know Wisconsin Lutheran seemed to have a pretty powerhouse football team in that, playing against Monona Grove, and they had some classic games in the tournament trying to.
And the Dells was one playoff game, and I forget which year it was. So, good job, Bill. You're on a roll here. I got a few more to go.
John, what am I winning? Pride?
Who knows? Who knows?
Maybe a bag of
Party
Andrew
mix.
Day party mix.
Party
huh?
mix.
Yep.
Teeing it up, Mason Folk, for the 6th time. High kick, short, going to be fielded at the 15. Fumbled. Finally picks it up.
That was Huff again.
And that's Huff, kind of their all-purpose guy here tonight.
Yep.
Again, just a reminder, folks, big news coming up in McFarland. We've got the McFarland Community Festival.
Yep.
Back for the first time since 2019.
Next weekend.
Yep,
correct,
September 22nd through the 25th. You can go to McFarlandCommunityFestival.org for a full schedule of all the events. I will be working in one of the Lions Club tents. Won't say what I'm going to be doing, but I will be
Is
there.
that the bingo tent, John?
I don't know. I think I'm a cleanup man. So, ball at the 25-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Comets, trying to get something going offensively here.
Well, he's got a little more time.
Yep,
but
gonna roll out.
Boy, the coverage.
Turn it
is
up.
So
Got
good.
some room. Slides out of bounds. Going to pick up. Yeah, I'll probably give him 3 on that. Nice slide by Jansen. But again, forced out of that pocket. Running to his left. Tough to turn around and throw
Right.
cross field on that one. So we're going to call it 4. So 2nd down and 4. Or excuse me, 2nd down and 6.
You know, on a play like that, coming down the sidelines, a quarterback, I'm just glad to see him not get hurt. Boy, we've already got teams and players this year that have lost kids, valuable players.
Number of quarterbacks.
Yeah,
this
they
year
have,
out.
and that's a shame to take away. These are such precious years for these kids, and lose an entire season, that's just tough. I hate that when there are injuries.
There's a look at Jansen, the quarterback. He's just a junior.
And there comes the pressure.
A little confusion in the backfield. That play just never materialized. Yeah, looking at that Delavan-Darien schedule, they opened the season losing by just 2 to the Elkhorn Elks. Then came back and played Janesville Craig out of the Big 8, lost 27-6. Then they put up some big points in the last 2 games. East Troy, they beat 48-16, and Whitewater 35-6.
Yep.
Well, I'll
So
tell you.
they're capable of scoring points.
Yes.
But again, I guess if you start comparing opponents, I think what great preparation those first 3 games were for this.
Oh, no doubt.
Spartans, but the bad part was, you know.
Big rush, airs it up.
Oh, Gillen almost came across and got that.
So that's going to bring up 4th down. And once again, the Comets are going to have to kick it away. So again, Spartan defense all over it tonight. 7:16 to go here in the first half. Delavan-Darien again coming in to tonight's game undefeated in the Rock Valley Conference, and again had put up some pretty good points. 83, I think it was 83 points.
Yep.
Great to have the band here tonight. The dance team is here.
Yep, I'll be reading those names just before halftime.
Culp's got it at his 42, straight ahead over midfield. Down he goes. About a 10-yard return. Gets the ball into Comet territory.
And that tackle was by Huff again, mentioning his name.
Yeah, he's
a lot.
all over the field. All over the field. 7:08 to go in the first half. Again, the Comets have good size, but Spartans winning that battle at the line of scrimmage.
And I'm going to tell you, John, that's coaching and scouting and watching film and practicing and knowing, yeah.
We got kids that never leave the field, it seems. So
yeah.
Kelly will go in motion from right to left. Come back on the sweep. Needs a couple of blocks out in front, 45. And down he goes at the 44. And again, we go around the outside, and what happens? There's a flag.
Penalty flag, yep.
And again, this is not the first time this has been an issue, but who knows what the call is. I'm going to guess.
Yep. Captain Obvious, I call that one, holding. Coach Ackley questioning that.
Well, or a chop block.
But the official trying to explain to him what, nope, he had him up around, holding up around the pads. That's what he was demonstrating there to Coach Ackley.
So again, that'll move the ball back to the...
You know, John, I think holding is a call that you could probably call on every play. I mean, there's just such a fine line between, you know, the technique and how officials are going to...
Well, and the official was actually
it.
demonstrating on the other official. I don't know if I've seen that before.
Well,
kind of showing how, kind of had him up around the shoulder pads and was lifting. You know what, though? Can't complain. Penalty's a penalty. Ball's at the 44-yard line of the Spartans, 1st and 10. McFarland up 34-0. Kelly will go in motion this time from right to left. Straight drop by Roeder, looking. Got a receiver, complete, hang on to the ball. I believe that is Culp. Culp's going to be just shy of the 45 of the Comets. And that's going to make it, kind of got that penalty yardage back, so call it 2nd down and 9.
Hey,
6.5 minutes to go.
Quick shout out to my son down in Mexico City is still watching. I know he was going to watch again tonight.
Aren't they in a different time zone?
Independence Day and week down in Mexico City. Party time down there. So he had a little fun last evening. Maybe a little too much fun, but tonight taking it easy.
There goes Dyer. He's going to get outside. Run. 45, 40, 35. Got the yardage for the first down. Nice job by Dyer. He's going to pick up at least 12. So 1st and 10 for the Spartans. 6:04 to go here in the first half. McFarland put 35 on the board last week against the Jefferson Eagles, who are playing Monroe tonight. And so far here in the first half, the Spartans 34 on the board.
Yep.
So 1st and 10. Looking to the sidelines, using the clock. Rolls out to his right. Got a receiver. That's Gillen.
Beautiful throw.
Tries to stay in bounds. He's down around the 15-yard line. Going to be a nice pickup of 20 yards.
Beautiful throw again.
I think Dayton had visions of putting on the brakes and then doing a 180 and going the other way, but just couldn't quite. Now look at this replay. This
Great
is just
replay again. He had to lead him to get that away from the defender.
Look at the replay. I mean, look at that. Oh, so close.
Yep.
1st and 10, ball to 15-yard line. Spartans on the move once again. 5:38 to go. First half. Not in any hurry. Dyer the lone back. 3 receivers over here. He's going to run opposite side. Boy, he's going to pitch to Dyer. Going for the corner. Did he get in? Going to be just short.
Just short.
Boy, was there room going that way, though, for Brandon Dyer.
Yep. That was
Here's a look at that. You can see, and it's like, oh, my goodness.
Nice pitch by Roeder again.
Just not enough sideline for Dyer. He tried.
Right.
1st and goal from the 1.
Spoke with Roeder's dad this afternoon and asked him if there's anything a little special I could mention on the telecast tonight. And the only thing I said, maybe even like a nickname or anything else. And he said, probably the one thing that I might mention is I could just at some point in time in the ball game tonight call him Bray Bray, because that's what his sister calls him. So, Bray Bray, you are having one heck of a ball game here tonight, huh?
And again, I think last time I said I thought Brock was number 16 when he played quarterback. I haven't had that confirmed yet, but
yeah, I should have asked him today.
I've seen so many games, the years kind of
I believe you've probably seen as more high school games than all of us combined up there, Jim.
No.
Oh, yeah.
I went a lot of years where I didn't get to many games, So Delavan-Darien's going to take a timeout, talk it over. 5:31 to go in the first half. Ball 1st and goal from the 1-yard line.
Is this going to be Dyer just straight up the gut, John?
Yeah, I thought maybe we'd see Roeder go under center, but
yeah,
not the case. Again, 2 will line up to the right. Gillen lines up tight end on the left side. Comes Morris. He'll be an extra blocking back. Dyer straight ahead.
Oh, nice
Boy,
tackle.
took his legs out. Going to be short.
Yeah, didn't get in.
Nice job.
That's a very nice tackle to stand low. And the thing.
Who was that out there? Was that 54 Giovanni Samuel?
Let's see. I mean, you just kind of got to cringe a little bit when you see him down low going right in around those knees.
Now they got to try it again. This time Dyer dives into the end zone for the touchdown. 5:04 time on the clock. Brandon Dyer, a 1-yard run. I believe, Bill, is that his 3rd touchdown?
Yep.
3rd touchdown.
8-yard run, 5-yard run, 1-yard run.
6th touchdown for the Spartans here in the first half. Mason Folk out of Braylon Roeder's hold here. Now we'll.
John, they haven't punted yet tonight.
Speaking of that, kick is on the way and good. When we played Monroe, and I don't know, this might not have changed since. After 3 games for Monroe this year, they had not punted once. Last week, they beat Evansville 41-0. I don't know if they punted last week.
And I'm going to bet they don't punt tonight playing Jefferson. No. Hey, let me do one quick
Bill,
thing.
They might go the whole season.
Yeah. I'll do a tribute here to Badger Bill Garvey, who was a coach, band director, everything to this community. He did so much for us and lost his life to cancer tragically years ago and that. So in honor of him, for the band and that, I always like to sing the school song. So here's Cather Karaoke again. Tribute to Badger Bill Garvey. Fight for our Spartans, valiant fight for our colors, brilliant fight, fight, McFarland high, don't let them buy you, rah, 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 rah. Hail to our Spartans, valiant, hail to our colors, brilliant though odds be great or small, we're victors over all. Scarve, gone but never forgotten. And look at that picture of Gillen. Looked like he was pointing up to the heavens right there. Maybe he heard me sing it and pointing to Badger Bill up there. But no, Bill Garvey did so much for this community and for the kids and everything else.
Well, now in the
Such a
UW
positive
Marching
factor.
Band Hall of Fame after last Saturday's induction.
Right, yep. So that's Badger Bill. Love you. Gone but never forgotten, Billy boy.
Return man driven back inside is 5. Nice kick by Folk.
Oh,
Huff. Kid never gives up. Winds up getting over the 20. Probably ran about 25 yards. Gets out over the 20. But Nathan Huff, 5'11", 170-pound senior.
he's playing hard. He knows this is his kind of last hurrah, last time around in that.
You know, we don't play Delavan-Darien in too much. I don't know if we play them much in soccer. They've always had a strong soccer program.
Yep.
We have played them in softball a couple of times in postseason.
But this is just the football conference that they are part
Yep,
of,
and
correct?
we will be parting ways
with
the Rock Valley
next year
in all sports other than our football-only conference.
Yeah.
And I know Delavan-Darien has thought about trying to get in the Rock Valley. Monroe will take McFarland's place. And, well, a little confusion here late. A late substitution, so the Comets are going to take a timeout.
Let me quick mention, John, because at halftime we're not going to announce anything, but for your viewing pleasure, they will have the McFarland dance team on the field at halftime. You'll see them performing. Their head coaches are Lexi Ramirez and Amber Schroedel. Dance team assistant coaches Lily Gallegos and Aaron Curtin. The McFarland High School dance team members are Addison Ahrens, Alexis Beinborn, Lillian Bernhardt, Tyla Bromer, Haley DiMartino, Julia Gordy, Alicia Hartson, Julia Jones, Macy King, Gabriela Nere Ramos, Catherine Potit, Hannah Rodel, Jocelyn Storr, Sydney Storr, Sophia Tuir, and Abigail Trackman. So congratulations to all you girls. You should be recognized. You put in a lot of time and effort on this, and you add a little something extra. Pre-game show, halftime, everything else. So stick around, people, and take a look at them at
might
halftime.
Be a penalty here. Delavan-Darien had a player that was out when they were huddled, who then came off the field. So they either had 12 in the huddle, but McFarland winds up taking a timeout.
Consecutive timeouts here.
Yeah, in a 41-0 first half game.
Time.
Yeah, I saw a player from Delavan-Darien come off the field very late out of the huddle. I don't know. Assumed that was a penalty, but it doesn't matter. I mean,
you know, the thing that I'm going to urge our viewers to do, I know 41-0 seems like, it's over with, but I urge you to watch the second half because I believe on both sides you're going to see some kids get an opportunity to play some that normally don't get a lot of playing time, and we'd like to recognize them as many as we can in the second half. So
certainly
stick around because they deserve recognition too. They're all practicing every night and in the off season and that. So give them an opportunity if we get a chance to watch them get some minutes to tell them you see them in the store or somewhere else or a neighbor or something. Say, hey,
Jansen going to turn it up. Nice tackle again by the Spartans, who chased him down there. Paul Morris. Paul's just an animal out there defensively.
Yeah, he's the
we don't call his name enough, and that's not because he's not active. It's just
45 tackles coming into tonight.
Yeah,
leading tackler.
I'm going to go out on a limb, but not far, and because I'm pretty sure I know this is true. He's one of the better defensive players in the Rock Valley
in the conference. For sure. Yep. Tough kid.
Jansen picked up 3, so it's going to bring up second down and 7 clock rolling as we near the 4-minute mark to go here in the first half.
Boy, it just seems like this is not going to end. It's like keeps going.
Well, and for the Comets, they want to get that. They want to get those sticks moving here.
You know what? They're 2 wins away from qualifying for the playoffs, right, John?
Uh-oh. Cuso well timed.
What it could have been dangerous.
And the receiver is down. Not a bad hit. I mean, it wasn't.
No, because the end kind of had to turn back. And Cuso didn't hit him all that hard. I think he just landed kind of on his side.
I gotta believe he lost his wind there. And again, let's just review those upcoming broadcasts. Tuesday,
please do that.
September 20th. Girls swimming versus Baraboo starting at 6. On Monday, September 26th, boys soccer versus Jefferson starting at 6:45. Tuesday night, September 27th, girls volleyball versus Clinton starting at 6:30. And then Friday, September 30th. Oh my goodness. Are we that close to the end of September already?
Yep.
Homecoming, and that's boys football versus East Troy.
Right.
And again, the McFarland Community Festival back for the first time since 2019. And hey, a big shout out to all those people that have worked to make that possible.
Yep.
Everybody has their opinions on family festival or community festival, but these people actually stepped forward and they're doing something about it, and it's going to look a little different. New name for one to start.
It's going to be across from Edward Locke Library.
You can go to McFarlandCommunityFestival.org, and that's Huff. He is up, Nathan Huff.
Mr. Do Everything.
Yeah, I think that just timing. I think probably just took the wind out of him.
Yeah, I think so too, because it was a
appear
clean
to be.
hit. He just.
I don't think he wants to come off, though.
No.
But Delavan-Darien quickly up to the line of scrimmage. Meanwhile, Nathan's still walking off the field with one of the coaches, so they're in a hurry, though. 3rd down and 7 for the Comets, trying to get that first down. Keep that offense on the field here for a little bit. Just haven't been able to get anything going tonight offensively. Jansen, big rush. That's going to be overthrown. Incomplete. 4th down. Spartans might get the ball back again.
This will be their 7th punt coming up, John. And McFarland has scored on all 6 of its possessions.
Have they had a first down?
No, they have not. And let me count. All right, I got 1, 6, 5. We have 5 rushing yards and 3 passing yards in the first half and no first downs.
Yeah, just not able to
domination.
get anything going.
And again, John, it's the line. I mean, it's just, wow, I can't believe how aggressive the Spartans are. And just.
Jansen getting his kicks in here tonight. Snaps have been good. That one, well, there, that one was low. Gets that one off quick. Fielded by Culp. Gets by 1. And dives forward to the 48-yard line. Again, good coverage by the Comets.
Yep, that was number 23, Colin Zapp.
He was there, good timing.
Yep.
My guess is the Spartans will keep the ball on the ground, leading here 41-0.
But don't bank on it.
Yeah. Well, we're going to mark it just inside the Comet 49.
Said again, please, stick around. We'll try and keep it entertaining in the second half here, no matter what happens.
Pass out here on the sideline. Gillen gets pushed out of bounds. Nice defensive play there. That is number 61. 61. That's Ezekiel Rice.
5'11", 180-pound senior.
First time we've called his name. And again, not that he hasn't been involved in plays, but sometimes they're up out of that pile so quickly we aren't able to tell. So just a short gain of a couple of yards. So 2nd down and 8. Nobody in any hurry out here at this point. Roeder going to go up in the air, knocked down. That was way short.
Yep.
That was intended for Kelly. Kelly just kind of outran.
That pass kind of wobbled on him there. That was.
Third down and
Wasn't
8.
a tight spiral throw. I think he'd be the first to admit that.
Clock stops, 2:50 to go here. Comets, they get a stop here. They may force McFarland into their first punt
Yeah.
of the night. Roeder gonna roll to his right, pitches back. Dyer cuts up. Nice tackle again. And who's right there? Number 61, Ezekiel Rice. Couple of nice plays by Rice. Oh, it's fourth down. Spartans appear that they're going to go for it.
Oh, they are.
They'll go 2 to the right. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Single back behind Roeder. 2:17 to go here in half number 1. They'll look over to the sidelines.
I have to say tonight, too,
Spartans
just
will
in
take a
observing this,
timeout.
John, I really want to throw some kudos out also to the McFarland coaching staff. They put together a great game plan here on both the offense and the defensive sides of the ball here tonight. I mean, they're just totally dominating this game on both sides and that. So, you know, kudos to the coaches for coming up with a plan, and kudos to the kids for following through with the plan and committing to it and following what the plan was. So, yeah, that coaching staff did a nice job in preparing for this game, and that, along, like I'm still going to go back and say, with the 3 preseason games as preparation for the Rock Valley and trying to win enough games here to get into the playoffs and that. I think with big win at Jefferson, big win here tonight, they're well on their way to qualifying for the playoffs.
Yeah, it's,
you know, with the remaining schedule, because Monroe, again, is kind of the real big dog in the conference. And
well, 4 wins will get you in the playoffs, but
you want to get as many wins as you can to get a higher seed and
yeah,
get a home game, right?
tough part of the playoffs is, you know, you can get in, but all of a sudden, you know, you're playing a Waukesha Catholic Memorial or somebody in the first round, and I'll be honest with you, you don't get a whole lot of upsets from like an 8-1 or a 7-2.
No, that doesn't.
4 and 5s, 3 and 6s, yeah, maybe. But
they pretty much hold to the seedings, I think.
2:11 on the clock here in the first half. Spartans coming out of a timeout, 4th down. 6 yards, ball at the 44-yard line. Roeder looking. Oh, going to air it up. Dyer comes back, catches it. He's down.
Get up and figure.
Well, the defender was watching Dyer. Dyer fortunately turned, saw the ball, kind of a pop-up. Kind of
what do you think, John? Was that a back shoulder throw?
Floating mallard there.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, that one was in the elevator there, just straight up, and Dyer just comes back like an outfielder in baseball. First down, going to get 20 yards or so on that pass, so 1st and 10 from the 25. Dyer, 20, 15, 10, 5, pushed out of bounds, just shy of the 5.
John Dyer in the first half, 8 carries, 110 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Well, Bill, I want to say our top ground gainer after 4 games came in tonight with, 188 yards or 189 yards maybe?
Yes. Sadra had 179 yards and Dyer 163 coming into tonight.
1st and goal from the 7, 1:44 on the clock. Zadra the lone back. He'll get it. Cuts it up. Still going into these. Close. Touchdown.
They called it a 5-yard touchdown.
Travis Zadra, 7 yards. So the 5'11", 175-pound senior picks up a touchdown. The 7th touchdown for the Spartans here in the first half.
Time, John?
1:33 on the clock. Folk is in. Roeder will hold. Ball placed. Plenty of leg. Kick is good. 1:33 to go here in the first half from Lloyd Schneider Stadium, William J. Rice Field in McFarland. Your Spartans now on top of the Delavan-Darien Comets, 48-0.
Yep, and again, John, stay tuned at halftime, and you can view. I'm not sure. Probably the band will be on the field also. Maybe at halftime. The band for sure. The dance for sure. The dance team will be out there.
I don't see the band. Maybe.
Maybe not. Maybe they haven't still. You know, early in the school year.
Well, they still got 2 games left,
yep.
so it's.
Yep. But. You know, and again, as far as we're concerned, we will report what we see here and that, and it's kind of, you know, the outcome of the game, I think, is pretty well defined and already written here. It's just a matter of when do we hit the running clock time and the running time. And I always feel a little bit, I have mixed thoughts on that, because when you hit running clock, yeah, you know, it's because it's such a mismatch, or, you know, your domination by one team and the other, but yet you still want to provide opportunities for those kids that don't get a chance. And when you do running clock, that really limits the amount of time and the opportunity they have. I mean,
I think there are coaches, there were coaches that kind of ruined it because they kept running up the score on teams, and that's a rare number of coaches who do those things. So inside the 10, out over the 20, and down at the 25-yard line. Nice tackle there by Tegan O'Brien.
And that
number
was
7.
Number 15, Pablo Vasquez Britton, a 5'7" 120-pound junior.
All right, so 127. You have a trivia question that actually could be challenged here tonight, Bill. We'll see.
Let's wait till the second half.
I better wait for the second half.
Yep.
I'm debating asking it, but yeah, we'll see. So again, Comets trying to get something going offensively. And a little bit of running room there for number 42.
It's Brody Nichols.
It's Nichols. Gets 3. Like I said, there's some good size up front for Delavan-Darien. Dylan Baton, he's 5'9", 205, but he's just a sophomore.
Yep.
Giovanni Samuel, 5'11", 220, just a sophomore. So that's a young group up there up front for the Comets.
They are young, John.
Yep, some positive things there.
This team's coming. A lot of this team is coming back next
Alejandro Jacobo, 6'2", 260. That looks kind of generous from him. He looks much bigger than that. So, second down, clock running. Should be the last play of the half. And getting away. They might get the first down here. I think they did.
Let's see where he's at. I think they might have also. That was Nichols.
Yeah, Broden Nichols, the sophomore. He did. He picked up the first down. So again, your goals adjust during the game, and for the Comets, hey, let's get a first down, let's move the sticks. They did. Unfortunately, probably just one play left here in the first half. Clock is running, and it does not appear like the Comets are going to run another play. So one half in the books here from Lloyd Schneider Stadium in McFarland on Friday night, September 16th, 2022. Our halftime score, McFarland 48, Delavan-Darien nothing. We will be back after our halftime show.
Well, we're back on the air here for the second half for our viewing audience here. Again, I hope that a bunch of you still stay with us here because we're going to try and mention we should have a bunch of new names here maybe in the second half if some other kids get a chance to put in some time in that. Scoring summary, first quarter, 9:21, an 8-yard run by Brandon Dyer. Extra point good. 5:02 mark, 5-yard run by Dyer. Second touchdown, extra point good, 14-0. 34-yard pass from Bray Roeder, Bray, according to his sister, to Andrew Kelly. 34-yard pass, extra point good, 21-0. And a 32-yard pass from Roeder to Kelly, extra point good, 28-0. In the second quarter, at 9:18 mark, 64-yard pass from Roeder to Dayton Gillen. Extra point was missed, 34-0, McFarland. Then at the 5:04 mark, a 1-yard run by Brandon Dyer. Extra point good, 41-0. And he wrapped up the scoring at the 1:33 mark with a 7-yard run by Travis Zadra. Extra point good, and that puts us at 48-0 here. Not quite sure when the running clock is going to start, but
well, should right away.
Whatever.
So.
We
Jansen will kick off. First time Delavan-Darien has kicked off here. Going to just do a little pop up. Oh, somebody's got to get the ball. Wow.
Boy, they got lucky that took a nice bounce.
Yeah. Somebody just watched that ball.
Yeah.
That was number 18, Dean Lundy. Wait, Dane.
Yeah. 5'9", 155-pound junior.
Dane.
Remember him on the playgrounds,
He was
John?
in my class.
Huh?
I remember Dane.
I remember Ron Dane.
Yeah.
And actually, Dane Jr. is now playing for Sun Prairie West, I think, in that game tonight. Sun Prairie East and Sun Prairie West.
So a lot of new players here. Looks like Mason Rowe might be our quarterback.
Yep, we'll try and mention as many names as we can here.
And off, straight ahead. Gets out over the 31. That's
That was
number 36, Zadra. Yeah, I can tell you that second half's going to go fast.
Are we running, John?
Yeah, it would be anyway. So
okay. Thank you again for the replay. I mean, that's just so special in the quality of our picture.
Evan Dean in motion. Little pitch to Dean. Sweep, trying to get outside. Not going to happen. Nice open field. Tackle there again by number 23, Colin Zapp. That's a loss. So 3rd down and 7 for the Spartans. And again, I'm going to guess they'll keep the ball on the ground.
I don't think so, John.
Zadra cuts it up. A little bit of run, going to be short of the first down.
Okay, got about 5-6 yards.
Going to bring up 4th down and 2.
And will we see the Spartans' first punt of the game, John?
Yeah.
Well,
gonna
I
go
guess
for
not. No. It's like, again, we have Mason Rowe at 6 foot 1 inch, 171-pound sophomore.
If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you give them some good field position.
Yep.
That's all right.
Yep. And then you call on your defense to say, hey, here's a challenge. Split out right here is number 7, Tegan O'Brien.
Not in any
6
hurry. They're
foot
probably
1
going to
inch.
get a delay here. And then punt it. You know me, just get up there and run a play. Doesn't really matter at this point. So we run the clock down in what I think is a continuous clock game. And now the clock continues to run. So we took a delay penalty, but the clock isn't going to stop anyway, so. Well, it is what it is. Could have just kicked it away right away and given the Comets a little bit of time. We're already down. We're already down to 8.5 to go here.
Again, I don't know. Give these kids an opportunity to put in some minutes on the field.
Folk's going to kick it away. I believe that's Huff back there at his own 30.
And that's big Connor Wallman right over the center on this.
Oh boy, this one's a pop-up. That's going to roll dead at the 40-yard line. That's a 10-yard punt.
Yep. He's kind of struggled a little bit this year punting the ball, John.
Yeah, that's
What do we have, a discussion? Oh, they're going to keep that clock moving.
well, best field position of the game so far for the Comets. See if they can.
They did pick up a first down on that last series before the half, John.
Of course, they're about 40 yards away from the ball in their huddle. They're way on the other side of the field, and the ball is marked on the near side here. We're already nearing the 7-minute mark to go. And again, Bill, you know, two schools of thought. One, you want to keep the game going, but you also want to get kids in the game.
Yep. And you just hope that nobody gets hurt also.
And new players in for
Sullivan,
Delavan-Darien.
O'Brien on the tackle, as well as number 22, Cooper Cornish, 5'10", 165-pound sophomore, both on the tackle there.
New quarterback in for Delavan-Darien, and I think that was 20. Might be Hunter Rendon.
Yep, number 22.
Another sophomore.
Yep, 5'10", 125, John. He's
a lot of young kids, you know, again, things go in cycles, and that was a loss of 5, so second down and 15. Getting some kids some Friday night playing time.
Yep.
Straight ahead for number 40.
Ryan Walther, 5'7", 135-pound sophomore. Delavan-Darien's young, John.
Yeah, it's kind of like a JV1 game here now. I'm guessing all the sophomores in their program are listed just like the Spartans.
Yep, we got 54, Giovanni Samuel. 72 is Caden Comer. Just trying to mention as many names as we can here. Number 1 for the Spartans is Evan Dean, defensive back.
Third down and 12 for the Comets. That one rolls back, and it's pitched back. Oh,
Joseph Ketterhagen picked that up and then pitched it back to the quarterback. Ketterhagen's a 5'5", 125-pound freshman, number 2.
And we're already nearing the 5-minute mark. I said it'd be about a 30-minute second half. I don't think it's even going to be that.
Yeah. Number 16 back in punt formation, Zechariah Emmon.
Another sophomore.
Yep, another sophomore. 5'10",
so young kids.
45.
They'll be juniors and seniors in a couple of years. So good snap. Nice kick. Oh, my. Drives the return man back inside the 10. He'll get out near the 20.
That was Evan Dean.
Nice job by Evan. Evan is a 180-pound senior. Number 67 out there is Andrew Vinmans. Hey, Jacob Sturt's out there, number 84.
73, Aaron Thompson, 6'2", 270-pound junior.
Brevid Roth, number 62, he's still out there. Hogan's still over the ball. Again, Bill, it's not like keeping starters in, but you don't necessarily have replacements for all of your starters.
Right, yep.
Zadra
nice tackle.
gets back to the line of scrimmage.
He's tackled by 61. Boy, we mentioned his name, Ezekiel Rice. He's been pretty active, John. We mentioned his name several times.
Oh, Bill, we got a bunch of trivia questions yet.
81.
I'm gonna have to work these in. What do we have here?
You don't want to save them for homecoming?
Well, I can always come up with more. So
I'm sure you can. This is the Wellsopedia. Our answer to
We're going to have
Wikipedia is
Queen of Apostles trivia.
Oh my goodness.
Keeper for Rowe. Well, look at this.
Nice
all the way out
job.
to the 36-yard line, and we might have.
Yep.
Now we'll see, though. Could be a block in the back based on
Yep.
what the discussion appears to be.
And the clock's going to keep running through this whole penalty.
Yeah, going to be a
Yep,
hold.
it's gonna
All right,
come
trivia,
back.
Bill.
All right.
Which of these three teams has McFarland never beaten? Johnson Creek, Deerfield, Milwaukee Thomas More.
Oh, Thomas More.
Correct answer, Deerfield.
Really?
Who was-
Weren't they in the Capital Conference?
No, they were in the old Madison Suburban Conference.
Really?
Next question.
Trick question.
1964, after a winless season in 1963 and 1964, who did McFarland beat for their first official varsity football win?
Is it multiple choice?
I can make it multiple choice. The choice
Maybe you
is
should, because at the time I was a sophomore at Madison West High School.
that's Zandra. The choices are Waterloo, Cambridge, Marshall.
I will go with Cambridge.
Marshall. Next question.
Hold it. I will go with Marshall.
Next point. Next question. Most points scored in a game by the Spartans. Most points.
Well, I think somebody already gave it away to me. 57.
And that happened twice. Can you tell who
Ooh,
those
twice,
teams
huh?
we beat? One was one of the highest scoring games, and I think it was here, but I did not do it because I was at the racetrack. I'm not positive, but it was against Edgerton in 2018. We scored 57, and in 2010 we scored 57 against Turner.
Wow.
And then this question, what's the most points given up in one game by the Spartans? The same school, I believe, has the most points given up and the second most points given up.
I was almost going to say Wanakee in that triple overtime game, which was, what, 45 or
It's
something?
actually a pretty high amount.
Well, it had to be in the 50s.
Let's see, who carried the ball that time? Cade Korth.
Yep, we have Cade Korth. I wanted to mention these names for sure. Cade Korth, a 5'9", 165-pound junior. It's pretty neat for these guys now to be able to get out here Friday night. You're in a game in the third quarter. Here comes Korth again.
Try to get outside. Not going to go much further there. Stopped by number 11, Nicholas Loback.
22 in the game, Cooper Cornish.
And they're up to the line quickly. Third down and 8.
Probably just getting as many plays in as they can. 62.
Yeah,
and
we're down to
60.
15 seconds to go already in the third quarter. So.
Grant Arcand in the game, 6', 215-pound junior.
Number 9, Ethan Bierman.
Is that going to be the end of the third quarter?
And it will. So, Bill, how many points most given up in school history happened in 1982?
I'm going to go with 51.
This team kind of rolled it up on the Spartans a couple of times. The answer is 68.
Oh, come on.
And that was DeForest, who
Well.
also ran up 62
Hold
on the
it.
Spartans.
Was it Jerry Wolke? Was he the coach?
That would be correct.
Yep.
Interesting thing is, I believe it was it might have been 1986. I think my
Because
neighbor,
Wolke was coaching. in
my
that
neighbor
time.
Jay recovered a fumble in the end zone, and McFarland upset DeForest up at DeForest. I think it was 1986.
Really?
I wasn't here then, but all right. So, Bill, last trivia question. In 1970, the Spartans had 2 ties. Of course, can't get a tie anymore because of
Nope.
overtimes.
Fight till there's a winner.
Both ties had the same score. What was the score?
What was the year? 1970?
1970. 2 ties. Both ties.
I'm going to say the scores were 7-7.
7-7. The correct answer is 0-0.
They were
2
scoreless.
scoreless ties in 1970. In case anybody from that 1970 football team
is listening in.
They would have been 71 graduates or 72.
Uh-huh.
All right, we'll go to the fourth
God,
quarter
70.
here.
I had just been hired and started teaching in Palmyra, Wisconsin.
Elmira. 3rd down and 8. Rowe. Keeps it. There's a penalty. Nice bit of running by Rowe, but looks like that flag might bring it back.
Yep, and he's got another big, nice run that's coming back.
It's interesting because just about every play that goes outside,
You know, I know you pointed
there's
that
a flag.
out. Yeah.
Except for early in the game when Dyer, but it's kind of the same thing that happened last week against Jefferson. And there you could see the hold. One of our linemen got somebody's shirt there, and they're going to call that every time.
Yep. 84 in the game. Jacob Sturts.
Jacob Sturts, one of my former students.
Yeah. 5'6", 165-pound junior.
Well, Bill, offsetting penalties. And in the meantime, with the discussion, the clock continues to roll.
82 in the game. Hayden Harrison, 6 foot, 153-pound sophomore.
Yeah, again, this is like kind of a JV. Looks like McFarland just has a JV 2 listed here. Bill, do you want to go down, run down those assistant coaches for the Spartans, including a couple of volunteers?
Yep. I'll do that. Let's just watch this play, and then I'll...
And off straight ahead. I believe that's Korth still going. Gets all the way out to the 44-yard line. He's going to pick up good yardage.
Nice one for him. Our varsity assistant coaches, Pete Willickett, our OC, and again, hello out, a shout out to his in-laws who are watching the games and they enjoy following us. Brian Hellenbrand, Doug Peterson, Ryan Rothwell, Mitch Rogness, Robert Cunningham, and then 2 volunteers, Jeff Krull and Tyler Weedle. JV2 coaches are Brian Hahn, Joe Cordio, John Seidel, and Lance Huggins are both volunteers. Varsity managers Austin Bozol, Lucy Swenson, Riley Brown, and Cora Thompson. JV2 managers Clyde Fruitz. Team photographers, I might as well go down the whole list, right, John? Cora Thompson and Sam Day. Special assistant and the oldest, best ball boy in the world and water boy, Mike Friedel. Our ball boys are Grayson Goswitz, Garrett Krull, and Eli Kruger. And the trainer, the one and only Jay Hansen.
Boy, Korth getting a lot of carries. Looking good out here.
Yep.
Down inside the 30-yard line, and hey, no flag.
And again, great sportsmanship there. You know, you got kids helping each other up, and that I love to see it. You know, in a game like this too, that's important. That's really neat to see.
Tyler Weedle, he holds a record here in football. Do you know what it's for? Might have more than one.
Field goal.
Yeah, I'm trying to think how long it was. Was it? I think it was 54.
I'm not sure.
Of course, he went on to kick in college, but it was either 54 or 56.
Kicked in college and played in the Orange Bowl against Florida State.
Wow, nice bit of running. Korth down inside the 25 to the 24. Joel Carl's 44 will come in.
Tyler was punting for Northern Illinois, the Huskies, in the Orange Bowl against the Seminoles of Florida State, and was a victim of the tomahawk chop. Oh. But what a thrill for him, huh?
Yes.
From McFarland, Wisconsin, to be playing under the lights in the Orange Bowl against Florida State. Very cool. Northern Illinois had a great team that year.
And that's number 44, Joel Carls. Wait, Joel picks up the first down, gets the ball inside the 20-yard line. Again, Spartans still winning that battle at the line of scrimmage.
And number 17, Nick Capozzo, 6'1", 165, junior out here, split left. Number 20 coming out here left, Gavin Schultz, 6'3", 160-pound senior. Going back to the other side, 44 in the backfield. Yep, is Joe Carls.
Luis Ramirez out over the ball now for Delavan-Darien, 5'10", 310. Luis.
And they just double teamed him.
Carls. Look at this.
Speed.
Wow, inside the 10-yard line. These kids are loving the chance to play under the lights on Friday nights.
Yep.
Joel Carls.
Was he on the playground with you, John?
Yep. Oh, wait, Joel. Oh, there's a flag, though. Flag. Get the flags and the clocks run. That takes about a minute and a half off the game. Going to bring it all the way back here to the 25, where it will be first down and about 16. Couple of nice runs here by Korth and Carls. Pretty quick first steps. First time we've seen them in action here. Korth cuts it up. And he'll get down to about the 15-yard line.
Down at the 16-yard line. Second down.
A lot of new players for both sides.
Number 80 coming into the game is Zane Graff.
Zane Graff. Zane, I think, was in my math class.
5'8", 155 senior. It's nice, too. Senior year getting to play a few minutes in a game. You'll notice him, won't you? His red sleeves and orange socks. Oh, he's going to get in.
Look at Korth. Wow, Cade Korth, 16 yards for the touchdown. We'll call that at 5:28 since the clock didn't stop, so that's gonna be very unofficial. Honestly, I didn't think we'd see any scores here in the second half. But maybe we'd have somebody else come in to kick it, but maybe we don't have anybody to do that.
Nope, looks like Falk again.
And he will finish the night 7 out of 8. Makes the score 55-0 in favor of the Spartans.
7 out of 8 and only one punt on the evening, John.
Yeah, nice bit of running, though, by Korth.
Yep, and Carls.
Yeah, they picked up
both of them, John.
Trying to think where that possession started, but
I want to say about the 40-yard line?
Yeah, so
McFarland 40.
Coach Ackley out on the field pointing something out.
Again, just
I'm thinking
don't
maybe
have
the
anybody
clock,
hurt.
I'm thinking maybe the clock stops after a touchdown or a score.
Yeah, it must,
because
they say we're stopped at 4:41.
Because I'll be honest with you, you could lose 3 minutes between
doing this
scores. Yeah. And again, it's not about scoring points. It's about, getting some snaps. Number 3, Ryan Retkowski is out there. Let's see.
We got number 30. Well, sorry, Cade Roxy's out there.
They're going to let Paul Morris kick off. Wonder if he will be a straight-on kicker.
A toe bash?
He may be. He's just going to go straight at it. Old school. Nice kick. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, got to pick it up. That's Huff. Yeah, nice tackle there by 15, Nick Altenberger.
Yep. 32 in the game. Roy Waugh, 5'11".
Roy might have been injured last time we were here, so good to see Roy.
5'11", 162-pound junior.
Ball spotted at the 26-yard line. First down. Here in
4.5 to go here. I want to say the Comets, Bill, one first down towards the end of the first half. Have they gotten a first down here in the second half? I don't think so.
Nope.
Wow.
Game planning.
Yeah, just really credit the McFarland defense, but Comets just haven't really been able to get that offense to click, and they've put some big points on the board.
Yep. Number 18 in the game, Dane Lundy, 5'9", 155-pound junior.
Yeah, the Comets combined for 83 points in their last 2 games.
Yep.
Outscoring their opponents 83 to 22. They lost.
And those are against East Troy and Whitewater, who
the
Spartans have yet to play. So.
And you add in there a 2-point loss to Elkhorn.
Yep.
And a 3-touchdown loss to Janesville
Craig
out of the Big 8.
Right. Yep.
Spartans have had all the answers tonight, though. Ball carrier goes straight ahead. Isaac Degenhardt is there. A couple of players out of uniform tonight. Tate Eccles. Tate got injured, I think, the first game of the year, the second game. And let's see, saw Remy Burns.
And obviously Cooper Kennedy again. And hats off to him for all his mentoring of Bray Roeder, right?
Yes, for
when
sure.
he is doing that on a daily basis, I mean, that's giving back. That's a great teammate.
And quarterback going to be dropped back inside his 20. And again, that's Hunter Rendon. Who was on the sack there? Was it Vinmans? Well, 4th down, 2:20 to go. Comets going to kick it away. A line change here for both teams. Surprise, one of the teams doesn't get a 12 men on the field, but they didn't. Everybody got to be where they were supposed to be. We're going to let that one bounce. Going to take a good roll. Tell you what, if you're the Comets, you gotta like your punter that's out there now. He's gotten a couple of good kicks away.
Yeah, the last couple. Well, John, a beautiful night. The game, is a great opportunity for kids still to, no matter, you're out here to compete, and you can't control what the quality of the opponent's going to be. And tonight, just McFarland is just far superior, basically, in all facets of the game here tonight. I mean, that's just the reality of it. So,
well, the Delavan-Darien kids are out there ready to play. Our kids are still standing over here on the sideline.
Yeah, what are we? The clock isn't running, is it?
It is. Comets just.
So basically, they just ran off probably a good minute.
Comet kids, they just want to get a few more snaps out here. It's not like a normal JV game, where you don't.
Now we're gonna call a penalty. Could that end the game, John?
More than likely.
With a clock, I mean, that'll probably run it out, won't it?
So clock is rolling as we near 20 seconds. And I'm going to guess they're just going to down it here and it'll be over.
Yep.
Maybe not. Might not even snap the ball.
Nope, they're not even going to snap it.
So that's going to do it. Our final score here tonight from Lloyd Schneider Stadium.
And William Rice Field.
William J. Rice Field. I'm not surprised at the win. I am surprised at the score tonight, I think, Bill. 55-0 Spartans, again, the Comets came in here 2-0 in the Rock Valley Conference, racking up over 80 points in those 2 games. And Spartans win big here tonight. Next week, they'll make the trip down to Edgerton, take on the Crimson Tide. Crimson Tide beat East Troy last week, I believe it was 37-0. So again, our final score here tonight on Friday, September 16th, 2022. The McFarland Spartans 55, Delavan-Darien 0. Bill, your final thoughts?
Okay. So I'm just going to kind of put a quick wrap on this. On behalf of McFarland Cable WMCF staff, again, a big thank you to these people for the graphics, for the replays, for the excellent quality of picture and overall production, led by the Queen, Stephanie Miller, the bearded wonder, the mastermind, and the creator of the Andrew Day Party Mix, Andrew Day. We had on cameras Nick Boom Boom Boucher and BB Benny Becks. Again, we had the A-team here tonight. Great job to all of you. So, with John Wells doing the play-by-play announcing and myself, Bill Cather, stats and commentary, we hope you've enjoyed tonight's telecast. It's our hope we provided athletes with another special memory, as well as provided an opportunity to view these athletes and their accomplishments for many of you who couldn't attend for a variety of reasons. We thank you for your continued support as viewers. So signing off, I'll say again, God bless you, stay healthy, stay safe, and good evening from McFarland, Wisconsin, USA.